Let's quickly compare and contrast Quicken, Simplifi, and EveryDollar. So obviously we're speaking about personal finance apps. So here's a review I want you to really pay attention to. So I want to first start with Simplifi. So what do you think about Simplifi? First of all, I want you to think of a product by Quicken. And basically, it is an app that really is trying to simplify the whole money management process, especially for a younger audience. So if you really want to contrast the Simplifi to Quicken, think about Simplifi being an app for the quote-unquote modern generation, whereas Quicken, for instance, is actually for an older generation. What we love about Simplifi is that Simplifi by Quicken offers a new way to keep up with all your money in one easy to use interface. So the UX and UI on Simplifi is really great. You won't have to spend time hopping from account to account just to see where your finances stand. Instead, what happens here is that with Simplifi, you just log into one dashboard and you can see the big picture at a moment's notice. In addition to that, the app can help you manage smaller money tasks that impact your day-to-day spending. So we're talking about smaller, granular, detailed. This is really good. So when you think about Simplifi by Quicken, I want you to think about an app that really is user-friendly, that has extensive financial reports. You have no ads, especially if you are paying for it, because you have the paid version and you have the free version, but the paid version is where you really get the juice of the whole thing. And so Simplifi, actually what we love about Simplifi here is that you basically have a choice. You have flexibility, you have latitude, you can choose really. And how much does it cost? Well, I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is the price as of right now, as of today's date. And basically, you can try the app for 30 days risk-free. After that, they're charging you $239 a month. Okay, so again, they're trying to really make it very easy and very accessible for the younger generation. And again, this is the bottom line here: is you want to be able to have an app that allows you to manage day-to-day expenses. Okay, nothing complicated, very straightforward, all from a single dashboard. And what I want to say here is that Simplifi is actually giving you extensive reports depending on the settings that you have. So this is really great. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. I want to talk about Simplifi features. See, the thing is, when you have a money app or a personal finance app, you really want to pay attention to the features, because that's what really differentiates the app from, one app from another. So when you think about the features that you have on Simplifi, you have a bird's eye view of your finances. So we're speaking about having a holistic view of your finances. You know what's coming in terms of money, what's going out in terms of money. So cash inflows, cash outflows, where you stand in terms of your assets. So your net worth, that is. So assets minus liability equals net worth. So Simplifi really sort of, quote unquote, simplifies that process for you. You have the ability to monitor your spending. So you have spending monitoring through the apps. You see exactly what's happening in terms of spending. You actually have a spending plan through the app. You basically have a watch list to keep you on track. Because see, the thing is, when you have budgeting, let's say goals, sometimes you got to have a watch list. You got to have checklists. You got to have goals. You got to have priorities. If you do not actually stick to those priorities, chances are you're not going to reach those goals that you have. So it's really important to have those goals. You also have financial reports with detailed graphics. The cool thing about the Simplifi is that you really have, I think I've said this before, but very visual and granular details to help you really have a clear idea where you're going. And you have savings goals also, so you have a clear idea again about the kind of savings you need to hit to reach your thresholds. You have projected cash flow to see exactly where you could be, let's say 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now, or 1 year from now. So overall, when you think about Simplifi, who is Simplifi best for? Again, I've said this before, this is for a younger audience. If you want to have a comprehensive picture of your money, you will love Simplifi. If you are willing to pay for an ads-free experience, like $239 every month, this is the Simplifi is for you. Those looking for helpful guidance along the way, you will love you will love also Simplifi. So if you're looking for helpful guidance along the way, you will love Simplifi. Now, who is Simplifi not for? Well, if you do not want to pay for an app, like for a budgeting app, then you don't use a Simplifi. And if you want to take a deep dive into your investments, don't use Simplifi, because Simplifi does not give you the ability to actually track your investments. But overall, this is a fantastic app. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about Quicken versus Simplifi versus EveryDollar. Speaking of EveryDollar, let's talk about EveryDollar. This is the second app I want to review today. So basically, when you think about the EveryDollar, I want you to think about an app that was actually launched by Dave Ramsey, the personal finance guru. So basically, this is a zero-based budgeting app designed to help people take control of their finances. And the app actually claims to help users find extra cash in plain sight and cut expenses by 9 to 15%. All within the first month. Now, is this marketing buzz? Yes, it is. But the truth is, the app is still effective anyway. And one thing I want to say here is that you need to sign up for a paid subscription if you really want to avail yourself of the most helpful features. So what are the pros and cons here? Pros first. You have a free account option, so you are able to actually claim that option. You have 14-day free trial for premium. You have the option to save close to 50% on premium if you pay annually. So it's just a lot better to pay annually if your budget so allows. What about the cons here? Well, you have a free account option that requires you to manually track spending, no investment tracking feature in free or premium options, and the app does not support American Express account tracking as of now. So they're probably working on it, but right now it doesn't support it. And so when you think about EveryDollar overall, I want you to think about one of many budgeting apps, including Mint, including Quicken. So basically, this app offers a free version with limited features and a more robust paid version, which is called Premium. And so when we talk about the features, the key features that you really want to you should think about when you think about EveryDollar, think about the cost. It's about $12.99 per month or $79.99 per. Like, I will talk about the price in later on, but it is really worth it if you want to invest in your budgeting. Okay, customer service. If you have questions about the EveryDollar app, you can contact the Ramsey concierge team Monday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central. You can also email help@everydollar.com with questions. Ease of use. The app is very easy to use. Not a problem. Okay, so this is really great. And in terms of tools and resources, you have the ability to create monthly budget, track transactions, customize items and categories, sync budget data across devices, set up syncing funds, set due dates for expenses, get budgeting tips from the newsletter. Fantastic. Okay, this is really great. So overall, this is a wonderful and very detailed and very granular app. Let's talk quickly about how this budgeting app stands out. I mean, what are the things that it really does when it comes to adding value for us? Well, first of all, this budgeting app stands out because it is based on the budgeting principles and knowledge of Dave Ramsey, right? So if you are a fan of the financial guru, you will likely find the app to be peppered with familiar tenets. So you also appreciate the more robust features of the premium version of the app, which can help you sink your teeth into all aspects of your budgeting, especially when we talk about zero-based budgeting. Okay, but there are other apps on the market, and including You Need a Budget, YNAB. You also have a Good Budget, which is another one that you need to think about. So in our view, the EveryDollar app is best for those who really are like. First of all, you got to be a fan of Dave Ramsey. If you are interested in zero-based budgeting, and if you're looking for a basic budgeting app or a premium paid version, then the EveryDollar app is a great option for you. If you're not a fan of Dave Ramsey, or you want to be able to track your American Express credit card accounts, there are other free budgeting apps such as Mint out there. They have more features and also some paid ones that you might find to be better. Okay, in our view, this is what it is. So is the EveryDollar app worth it? Yes, as long as you are a fan of Dave Ramsey, because everything revolves around his philosophy, his tenets, his financial tenets. Okay, and if you happen not to, so let's say, adhere to those tenets, then it's really not worth it for you. And what I want to say here is that you need to understand, EveryDollar is not better than Mint or YNAB or others. It's just a different strategy about personal finance, and it's just a different strategy about, I would say, budgeting in general. Okay, it's got to be a system that works for you. And one thing I want to say also is that you can actually go with a free version of this EveryDollar budget app first to see if you like the whole thing before actually going with a paid version, because then you at least you have an idea of what to expect, and and then you can say, okay, I think I need it or I don't need it. Just be aware that if you go with a paid version, with a free version, you are going to have limited sort of functionalities. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Quicken versus Simplifi versus EveryDollar. Now let's talk about Quicken. So basically, when you think about Quicken, I want you to think about an app that's more robust, okay? And it's really important to understand that Quicken has been in the personal finance management since 1983. So you're talking 40 years now, okay? And the thing is that they are basically doing a lot of things. Their offerings have expanded into business and personal finance. So when you think about Quicken, don't just think about personal finance. You got to think about business finance also. And they also do asset management. They do custom reports for tax schedules, okay? And so what are the pros and cons of Quicken? First of all, the pros: you have an app that's very straightforward and easy to use. You can actually split receipts across multiple spending categories. You can sync all your accounts in one place, and you have bonus real estate features. So this is really comprehensive and really great. What are the cons here? Well, the investing features likely are not relevant for your business. If you want to use Quicken for business, there's no customer portal for paying invoices, and the home and business package is only available for Windows. So where Quicken excels is really when it comes to ease of use. It's very easy to generate all kinds of reports about your business, from banking to spending to a net worth. It also lets you split receipts across multiple spending categories. So you did some personal and business shopping on the same trip, you can separate those expenses easily. Okay, Quicken actually, as a matter of fact, I just want to insist on the fact that it's great for personal and business finance, okay? And the features I'm talking about here can help you keep your cash flow organized so you can see where your money is going. And so the thing is that while Quicken offers 4 different subscription packages for users, the home and business package is likely to be one of the most relevant for entrepreneurs. So most of the others focus solely on personal finances. So I want you to look right now on the screen here. And basically, these are the 4 types of plans I was talking about. You have the Simplifi, the Quicken Home and Business, the Quicken Premier, and the Quicken Deluxe. So when you think about the Quicken, you got to think about Simplifi also. I know Simplifi is part of today's conversation, but I wanted to sort of differentiate the fact that Simplifi is an app by itself. But the other 3 tiers of Quicken happens to be Home and Business, Premier, and Deluxe. And so when you think about Quicken overall in terms of bill tracking, you need to be aware that you are doing something that really has to focus on what you want to track. So you have Simplifi by Quicken if you're part of the younger audience. Deluxe is actually great for home and personal, like home and personal finance. Same thing for Quicken Premier, but basically home and business is really for business as well. Now let's talk about how Quicken stacks up. Let's really talk about that. So when you think about Quicken, I want you to think about other players in this industry. Like you have NetBooks, for instance, and you have FreshBooks. And it's really important to understand that, when you think about Quicken, you have an app that is great for home and small business finance, and cheaper too. Because if you were to compare actually Quicken to NetBooks, for instance, NetBooks is charging you $200 per year, whereas Quicken is charging you $29, $30 a year, and FreshBooks something about $17 per month. Okay, so you have a free trial of 30 days in Quicken, something you have also in FreshBooks, but in NetBooks you have about 15 days. So you have a full suite of accounting in all three tools, and you have expense tracking through Quicken, but you don't have it in NetBooks, or you don't have it in NetBooks, but you do have it in FreshBooks. So when you think about time tracking, this is not a feature you'll find in NetBooks or Quicken, but you find it in FreshBooks. And you have financial document management in Quicken. This is really good. And you have it also in NetBooks, but you don't have it in FreshBooks. So when you think about invoicing, this is a feature that you'll find in all three tools. You do not have automatic payment reminders in Quicken or let's say NetBooks, but you have it in FreshBooks. You do not have a customer portal in Quicken, but you have it in the other two. And in terms of customer support, you have live chat, phone, and community forum on Quicken. But for live chat and support tickets, for NetBooks, you have live chat and support tickets. And for FreshBooks, you only have live chat. So overall, what I want to say here is that Quicken is really great in terms of combining the home and business, but also personal finance features, as long as this is what you want to have. Okay. Now, is Quicken right for you or your business? Well, it really depends. Quicken is the best choice for your business if you are on the smaller side, don't have additional employees, and you want robust expense tracking. If you have a larger team or work primarily on a non-Windows computer, you need to really think about other picks when it comes to accounting software. And so this is what it is. And Quicken is not free. Quicken does not offer any free plans. So plans start at $239 a month. That's for Simplifi. Although most businesses will want to spend more for the home and business plan at $599 per month. Okay, so this is really where you will start seeing the real benefits. Let me give you a few pro tips here. How do you actually, before we actually, tell you which one is better, Quicken versus Simplifi versus EveryDollar, let's first have a clear discussion about how to choose a mobile banking or a personal finance app. And there are a few things you need to pay attention to if you want to make the right decision. Mobile banking apps and personal finance apps can make managing money easier from anywhere and at any time. That's what you want anyway. And the challenge may be deciding which app or apps to use to actually stay on top of your financial life. When we talk about financial life, we're speaking also about your business finances, okay? And the thing is that, with a mobile banking app or mobile budgeting app, you can do a lot of things. You can schedule online bill payments. You can transfer funds between linked bank accounts. You can check balances. You can review transaction history, including credits and debits. You can view electronic statements. You can set up or cancel banking alerts. You can search for your nearest branch or ATM location. So you can do a lot of stuff. And those personal finance apps can also help you in terms of budgeting, saving money, paying off debt, investing, tracking expenses, lowering monthly bills, managing financial goals, sending and receiving in-person payments, tracking net worth, monitoring credit scores and credit reports, filing tax returns. So you can do a lot of stuff with personal finance apps. The question is, what are your priorities? What are you looking to do? What is the goal here? Because if you're trying to really decide whether Quicken versus Simplifi versus EveryDollar is which one is right for you, you got to have a clear idea about your priorities. Okay. And the thing here is that if you're looking for a mobile banking app or a personal budget app, think about the test that you want the app to do for you. Is there anything the app can do that cannot be done with online banking or vice versa? Is mobile check deposits an included feature? How secure is the app and what security features does it include? Does the app have any known glitches or bugs? Think about those things. And how often is the app down for a scheduled maintenance? This is an important element also. Is the app easy to navigate? How easy is it to reach tech support or customer service? Those are elements you want to pay attention to. So when you are thinking about, a personal finance apps, think about the target audience of the app also. And another element that you have to pay attention to is the integration. So how does the app integrate with bank accounts, credit card accounts, investment accounts, and other financial accounts? And again, let's talk about ease of use, user experience, UX, UI. So those elements are really important, and they should really dictate how you make your decision in terms of choosing the best personal finance app for you. So after comparing, contrasting, and comparing those three elements, here is our pick. We have chosen Quicken. In our view, Quicken is better because Quicken actually is more comprehensive. It has more elements. So we have chosen Quicken. We have rated Quicken 9.8 over 10. Simplifi 9.7 over 10. EveryDollar 9.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.